When my neighbor's elderly dog finally passed, the fleas he'd been quietly harboring decided to find new hosts. 2 weeks later, the house was a disaster. Fleas on the couch, fleas in the carpets, fleas jumping on the kids' ankles, and fleas cycling back through the remaining cats, no matter how many chemical flea treatments the vet recommended. A pest control company quoted my neighbor $400 to treat the house. Before he signed, I walked over with a bag of salt, a box of baking soda, a cheap steamer, and a vacuum cleaner. Total material cost, less than $10. Within 2 weeks, the fleas were completely gone. Pets stopped scratching. Kids stopped getting bitten. And because the approach attacks fleas at every life stage, not just adults, the problem didn't come back. Let me walk you through what actually works against fleas, why conventional treatments so often fail, and exactly how to do this yourself for under $10. First, let's understand what you're up against. Fleas are not a single problem. They're a life cycle problem. At any given time, only about 5% of a flea infestation is visible to you, and those are the adult fleas jumping on and off your pets. The other 95% are eggs, larvae, and pupae hiding in your carpets, your pet bedding, your furniture, and the cracks in your hardwood floors. If you only treat the adults, you've barely touched the problem. The eggs keep hatching, the larvae keep feeding on pet dander and skin flakes that have fallen into the carpet, and the pupae continue their protected development inside silken cocoons until they emerge weeks later as new adults. This is why flea treatments often appear to work, then fail after a few weeks. You killed the visible adults, but the hidden life stages mature into a new generation. Flea eggs are slick and round, laid on the pet, but falling off quickly. Most eggs end up in carpet fibers, in the crevices between couch cushions, in pet bedding, and in cracks between hardwood floorboards. Larvae, which look like tiny white worms, hate light and humidity loss, so they burrow deep into carpet pile and other dark, humid spaces. Pupae form silk cocoons, often attached to carpet fibers or debris, and they're essentially impenetrable. Nothing reaches them inside the cocoon. They emerge only when they detect vibration, body heat, or carbon dioxide, all signs that a warm-blooded host is nearby. So a successful flea treatment needs to address 3 things simultaneously. Kill the adult fleas on the pets. Kill or remove the eggs, larvae, and pupae in the environment, and prevent new eggs from being laid by existing adults during the transition. Conventional approaches fail because they usually only address one of these 3. A topical flea treatment on your pet kills adults that bite them, but does nothing for the carpet. A carpet flea spray kills some larvae and adults, but typically doesn't penetrate deep enough to reach pupae. And forgetting to treat pet bedding or furniture means the cycle continues. The cheap combination method that actually works uses physical and salt-based methods to address the environment, while modern topical treatments handle the pets. Here's the specific approach. Step 1. Treat the pets first, but using proper medications, not DIY attempts. Over-the-counter flea treatments can be dangerous, especially for cats. See your vet or get a veterinarian-recommended product. The common effective options include oral tablets like NexGard or Bravecto for dogs, and Capstar for fast adult kill, and Revolution or Advantage Dabun 1 for cats. These aren't expensive. A month of treatment runs $15 to $30 per pet. This is the one part of flea control where you genuinely want a vet-approved product, because the pet interaction matters for safety. Step 2. Vacuum, vacuum, vacuum. This is the hardest working flea treatment in the house. Vacuum every carpeted area thoroughly, including under furniture, along baseboards, and into corners. Vacuuming physically removes eggs, larvae, adult fleas, and, importantly, the pupae. The vacuum's vibration actually causes pupae to emerge, and you suck them up before they can find a host. Vacuum your hardwood floors too, especially in cracks and along baseboards. Vacuum all upholstered furniture, especially where pets sit. Vacuum pet bedding before washing it. After vacuuming, immediately empty the vacuum canister into a sealed plastic bag and take it outside to the trash. For bag vacuums, seal and throw out the bag. Fleas and eggs in the vacuum will mature into new fleas. If you let them sit inside the vacuum for days, vacuum every day for at least 2 weeks, ideally longer. This single activity, done consistently, dramatically reduces flea populations faster than any chemical spray. Step 3. The dollar store secret. Table salt and baking soda. Finely ground table salt is a desiccant. It dries out flea eggs and larvae, killing them. Baking soda does the same. Mix equal parts salt and baking soda. Sprinkle the mixture liberally across all your carpets, furniture, and pet areas. Use a broom or stiff brush to work it deep into the fibers. Don't skimp. You want it down in the carpet, not just dusted on the surface. Leave it in place for at least 12 to 24 hours, preferably 48 hours. Then vacuum thoroughly. This treatment kills most eggs and larvae in carpets and upholstery. It's safe for pets and kids, and it's dirt cheap. A standard carton of table salt costs less than $1. A box of baking soda, about $1. You have enough for multiple treatments of an average house. Step 4. Wash all pet bedding, towels, and any washable blankets they use in hot water. Hot water kills all life stages. Dry on the hottest setting, safe for the fabric. For non-washable items, bag them and put them in a freezer for 48 hours, which also kills all life stages. Step 5. Use steam. A clothing steamer or carpet steamer, which runs $50 to $100 to buy, but can often be rented from a hardware store for $20 to $30 a day, delivers heat deep into carpet fibers. Steam above 100 degrees Celsius kills fleas at all life stages on contact. Steam every carpeted area thoroughly. Also steam upholstered furniture, paying special attention to seams and crevices where eggs accumulate. A single thorough steam treatment, combined with vacuuming and salt, knocks out most flea populations. Step 6. For homes with serious infestations, a borax application in carpets adds insurance. Sprinkle borax powder lightly over carpets. Work in with a broom. Let sit overnight. Vacuum thoroughly. Borax is mildly toxic if ingested, so keep pets off the carpet until you vacuum. For households with toddlers or curious pets, skip the borax and rely on salt, baking soda, and vacuuming alone. Step 7. Outdoor treatment if the problem started outside. Fleas thrive in shaded, moist outdoor areas where pets rest. If your dog or cat spends time outside, treat the outdoor areas with diatomaceous earth, same product we talked about for ants. Sprinkle food-grade diatomaceous earth in shaded parts of your yard, along the base of fences, under decks, and anywhere pets rest. This creates a lethal zone for fleas in the environment they use to recolonize your pet. Step 8. Persistence. Repeat the vacuuming and salt treatment for 2 to 3 weeks. Pupae can lie dormant for weeks, and new adults emerging from pupae can restart the cycle if you stop too early. Daily vacuuming for 3 weeks, with salt treatments once a week ensures every life stage is caught as it emerges. By week 2 of this approach, you'll notice a dramatic drop in flea activity. By week 3, most households are flea-free. By week 4, you can scale back to once-a-week vacuuming as maintenance. Let me talk about what doesn't work. Dish, soap, and water bowl traps. These work as monitoring devices. If you put a bowl of soapy water under a nightlight, you'll catch some adult fleas jumping toward the warmth. But they only get the adults that happen to wander into the bowl. Not a real treatment, just a way to gauge population. Essential oil mixtures alone. Cedar oil, peppermint oil, and similar natural repellents can deter fleas somewhat, but don't kill them reliably. They have a place as outdoor deterrents or as part of a broader approach, but relying on them alone usually fails. Foggers and bug bombs. These spread insecticide across surfaces, but generally don't penetrate carpet pile or pupae protection. They're overpromised and underperform for fleas. Chemical flea sprays that promise to kill at all stages. Some of these work reasonably well, but they often require repeated applications. They can be harsh indoors, and they're unnecessary if you do the vacuuming and salt approach consistently. Save them for extreme infestations. Now, one important note. If your pet has a severe flea allergy, you need to address the fleas fast, because flea allergy dermatitis causes intense itching and skin damage. A fast-acting oral tablet like Capstar kills all adult fleas on the pet within 4 hours, giving immediate relief. while the environmental treatment runs its course. Work with your vet for allergy-related cases. Also, if your pet has been on flea treatment for a while and you're still seeing fleas, check a few things. Is the treatment dose appropriate for your pet's weight? Is it being applied correctly? Are you using a product that's still effective in your area, since some flea populations have developed resistance to older products? Your vet can switch to a different active ingredient if needed. The economic comparison: $10 of salt, baking soda, and diatomaceous earth, plus monthly veterinary recommended flea treatment at $15 to $30 per pet, versus a $400 pest control visit that may or may not handle the environment properly. The DIY approach wins on cost and often on effectiveness, because you're the one who can be thorough with the daily vacuuming a successful treatment requires. Flea problems feel like emergencies when they're happening. You feel besieged. But the truth is, fleas are fragile. They survive by hiding, not by being hard to kill. Interrupt their life cycle at multiple points, and the infestation collapses within weeks. $10, a vacuum, some salt, and 2 weeks of consistent work will end what feels like a crisis. If you're dealing with fleas right now, start vacuuming today. Buy the salt and baking soda on the way home from work. Treat the pets with the vet's recommendation. Commit to 2 weeks. You'll be amazed how fast the infestation dies and how simple the cure turns out to be.